drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. BYU runs up quickly. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Takes the easy one to the back. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And he wasn't able to push the ball downfield, so they turned into check down Charlie, and they didn't get it to the stick.
It's the only place the quarterback could have gone with the ball race. That was the only spot for a play to be made. You just try to get it to your running back. You hope you can make a guy miss and maybe get more. Wasn't able to do that, and now we've got fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Finds a little space. Brings him to the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And playing no good off the right upright. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 7 over Colorado. He'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter. And QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they got to find a way to get on the same page.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play. Instead, they're looking at a third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
BYU 6.
First play of the period will be a second down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Back to pass. It's Bachmeier. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. BYU right back to the line.
In an ideal world, obviously, want to have good pockets to throw from. That time, though, the defense was able to get home and they put a lick on the QB.
That is your ideal world. Yes, from your quarterback stance, but we got to do something to make him feel uncomfortable, hit him, because it's amazing how much you do this. You hit him in the pocket, and you make his thought process speed up. You make him see people that aren't there. Nice job by the defense, getting pressure and getting the hit that will pay dividends down the road.
When they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Going for the marker on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. There are huge yards on that. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Alabama.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Looking to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Moving away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. It's brought downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This quarterback part of their running game. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it. Gets to the 47. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line with speed for second down. Now on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think that was an example of an offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. When you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete, now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Cougars come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Here comes the option. Give to the running back. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense calls a timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Buckmeyer. Here comes the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. He stops short, and it's fourth down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Makes the catch, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice game. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
You can sense the frustration building on field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Looking to the big tight end. And wings it incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Got his man to the left. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going at that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get down in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the...
There he goes!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy, what he's meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nebraska is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Lincoln for some time. They're up by 25. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything good happens, you should know it.
How about that one? That will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup with 40. BYU lines up quickly.
And nice job being gassed out by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick. So we're going to go.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
try the run. Got room to work. Turning it on. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, running down, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Although they dial up on second and a long way to go.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is he's doing a nice job he's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The give to the tailback. Slithers into space. Got it and out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And how about that on third down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
Yeah, he's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. Third down, money down. You figured they might be able to get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost yardage leaves him with second and 11. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
Well, trailing late in the game right now, the offense obviously needs better plays than that. They took a negative play, but at least the good news is they got out of bounds, so they're able to stop the clock. They've got to dial something up here that's going to get a big run.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Russell. He rifles one deep to the left. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this offense is they've struggled to get in a rhythm, and I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man in the middle. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And they did everything everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better. David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got a man. It's Botmeyer. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the time to get to that first down mark.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Makes the catch. It's Botmeyer. The cross is the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. BYU right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to run it off.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air. It's Botmeyer. Unleashes one deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes that Alabama offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Brown. At the 20, he's got space. He's loose on the right. He's at the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. This one ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown tie. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nothing wrong with a touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the penalties.
Yeah, and I don't think you be conservative or play it safe. You can trust your man. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Botmeyer. Here's the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him, but weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Here's the handoff. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Runs through a tackle. Touchdown, Bama! And the punishment has been extended. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too. So if you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run or loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the...
He's going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Cougars headed quickly to the line. Now the play fake. Got a man. It's Bachmeier. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Back to throw, it's Hillstead. Hauls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it up to 6. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground with the back. He just kept those big, powerful bodies churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring.
Gaucho! Gaucho!
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU!
BYU.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they're not on the same page there.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Gets the back moving. Direct snap. It's Williams. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. To the air, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, this slant routes you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration. Just drop.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. A forward dive to hold that one in. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.